back to Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry, and this is Monday Quilt Chat, where we find out what's going on in my quilty world this week and around the rest of the quilty world if there's any news breaking. So, I have already sat down here and really thought out my week for once before I get on here with you. So my thoughts are kind of a little more organized than normal. So hopefully this won't be a super long video, but we have lots of things to cover at the same time. So with that all being said, I think I have everything ready to say today so that it makes sense, and it'll just be a lot of newsy things for you. So last week we had the giveaway shown, what was going to be given away for the 10,000 subscriber achievement, I guess. And guess what? We're already over 12,000. All of that due to a couple of really good videos lately. The Amazing Facing video has just exploded on YouTube, and I think it has something like, I don't know, 65,000 views on it, which, you know, in that short of amount of time, that's an awful lot of views and lots of new subscribers. So I want to welcome all you new subscribers. I love having all of you over here on Lessons Learned, and we have a lot of fun over here and learn a lot of stuff, learn a lot of lessons sometimes, so hence the name Lessons Learned. So I hope you enjoy the channel. I have a lot of faithful ones out there that I enjoy having as well. People, some of you who've been with me from the beginning and comment regularly, I truly, truly appreciate you and consider you all friends. So we'll do that giveaway announcement as to who it was that won. And I'll show you that on the screen at the end as well. And that person will need to email me at the lessonslearned2021@gmail.com, which is in the description box, with your address so that I can mail you your goodies. Yeah, I'm not going to show those again, or should I? Should I show those again? I'll show them to you at the end. I'll run over there and get them. So I got that finished. I got that little task done before I got on here so that I'd be ready and I'd know who it was. And also I want to tell you that the Stashbuster project is going to be a little different this week. It's not going to be like massive amounts of anything. It's just going to be one thing that we're each going to make for ourselves. It's not anything difficult. It's something you can get done in a day or two, probably, even if you work. So it's basically a 14-inch block, and then there's going to be some borders around it to make a door quilt for our door of our homes, or of your cubicle, or of your camper, or wherever you would like to hang this. It's a fall themed project, and we are going to use the Amazing Facing video to do that finishing aspect of it. So once you get finished with the project and you're ready to do your binding, then consult that video to see how to do the Amazing Facing. So I want to make it the goal that each of us get that done by next Monday, and then next Monday I'll show you how to hang it. So the pattern is from Fat Quarter Shop, and it is a free pattern, so you can download this on your computer, on your phone, on your device, print it if you want to. It's called Patchwork Leaves Pillow, but we're going to make it into like a wall hanging or a door quilt. So I'll put the link in the description box for it. Let me show you on my iPad real quick what it looks like. Just looks like that. I'm going to make mine a little more dramatic than that. I'm not going to use that real light green and that bright white in the background, but I do want the maple leaves. And I'm just going to use some 5-inch squares that I have in my stash. I have this daffodils and dragonflies line, which always looked very fall to me, so I may use some squares out of this. You need about 20 or so squares out of a charm pack. So if you're not going to use fall fabric cut down into 5-inch squares out of your stash or out of your scraps, then you can use about half of a charm pack. So that's kind of the way to plan for that. There's a ½ yard of the background, the light color, and then 2/3 of a yard for the outer border. That's if it's directional. So, you know, you can kind of play with those borders and use them however you want to use it according to the print that's on it. And then 3/4 of a yard of backing, 26 by 26 inch piece of batting. And yeah, that's it. That's all you need. ½ yard of white, 2/3 a yard for the borders. Probably don't need that much. And half of a charm pack. So that's it. Just quilt it up in some straight lines if you're not into free motion quilting on your domestic, or if you don't want to put a small project on your long arm, then just do that. Yeah, straight line stitching on there will be fine. Or you can do a cross hatch. You can do matchstick, whatever you want to do on there. It won't take long. It's just going to be 24 by 24, so it won't take very long at all to quilt that and back it, because you know we're going to do that binding on there from the Amazing Facing, and then I'll show you how I hang mine up. So that's one thing. That's called Patchwork Leaves, and it's by Beverly McCullough, and it's from the Fat Quarter Shop. The link is in the description box. Okay, my Wednesday video this week is going to be something different. Let me grab something so I can show you. I received in the mail something that I ordered from Soya, and I paid for it. It is a zipper sweatshirt jacket. It says Soya on the front, and it has all of their information on the back, like this. But I am going to do something a little different with mine. I'm going to bling it up. So Wednesday's video will be me blinging up a sweatshirt, and I'm going to use some patchwork. I'm going to use some quilt blocks that I have, maybe some orphan blocks, maybe I'll make a couple of blocks, and I may actually also be adding some rhinestones or beads or other embellishments on it. I'm going to try to not make it tacky, but I really want to do some quilting themed things on it. So that will be the Wednesday video. So if you have something like that, if you have one of those sweatshirts or one of their sweatshirts or the zipper jacket, or maybe a jeans jacket or any other type of jacket that you don't mind experimenting around with and adding some things to it, I want to think long and hard before I just splatter things on there. But I am excited to do that little project. So if you've got something like that, watch Wednesday's video. It's going to be so much fun to do that, blinging out our Soya jacket. And then what else has been going on? Oh, I did work on the commissioned project of the white horse panel. So let me show you what I've got done on that. You're not going to be able to see this very, very well, but I'm just going to show you. This was the panel. I know you kind of remember it. It's a white horse. And then the person who wants this requested everything to be done in grays and pinks. So I have some grays and pinks there. And I also had to do some finagling to get these borders the way I wanted them. It was a very big print, but I definitely wanted to use it in the project. So I have these flowers going across. There's so many of them going across. And I had to piece that going across there to get that to line up where I wanted it to line up. And I decided to use cornerstones so that I didn't have to try to either miter or mismatch this corner with the long border, which was kind of a different way of using this fabric. And that way it didn't, you know, kind of collide weird in the corner. So I put a little bit of this grayish marble here, and this is on all four corners. And then I had added this pink, that's grunge. There's going to be another thin border of the grunge, and then another wide border of stars. And then after the stars, there's another wide border. So this is a bed quilt for a little girl. So here are the stars. I have one completed so far. So there will be 6 of these stars going across the top of this, and 6 going across the bottom, just like this. So you can kind of see what I got in mind here. I'll show it more to you on Friday on the board. That'll be a lot easier place for you to see it. Now, talking about matching these borders up, you know, if you've got these strips cut, how do you lay those down and attach them so that they match up? Because here's a match up right here. If you look real close, you can see my seam. But I've got it all matched up. How did I do that? Well, I have a little clip for you of me doing that, explaining it. So I'm going to put that right here. How if you have to add 2 pieces together to make one border, how do you match the pattern up? Well, first of all, you have to take a really good look at the actual pattern on the fabric. And then, you know, once you have your strips cut according to the same pattern on both pieces, then how do you connect those together so that it's all one whole piece and the pattern's not disturbed across the border? So as you can see here, I have this pink and white and gray flower here. So my other strip that I want to add, I can't add it down here where the end of the fabric is because that's not the pattern matchup. So this repeat is something like, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches. So I have to go in that much. And so you just lay it over the top. And this is a little bit more difficult with darker fabrics, but I can actually kind of see through this one. So what you want to do is lay that exactly on top, right sides facing each other, and then find where the pattern will match up perfectly. And it's not going to be anywhere. You have to actually fold it over and see where this is going to match the best. And that's the best right there. I can see my little leaf here is matching up with this little point over here. And then this little teardrop shape is supposed to be about that big. I'm looking at the one down the line here to kind of see. And then this is supposed to be this wide, and then this has this little line going through it. And so I feel pretty good about that. So what I need to do is make a crease here where I have it folded back, and I want to be able to see that on the front when I flip it back over. And then I'm going to sew on that line. And now when I take this off, you will see that my flower looks pretty much like the next guy to his right and left. It's not perfect, but it's not going to disturb the pattern going across the border. So all I have to do now is iron this open and sew it to my project. Okay, clear as mud. The light on my sewing machine was kind of conflicting with the filming, so I don't know if you were able to see that really well, but I did my best. So a little hint there on matching up the print or the repeat on a fabric so that you can make it longer. So let's see, what else do I have down here in my book of tricks? I'm going to keep working on that panel project this week. I had gotten behind on even starting it, so now that I've got this good start, I kind of want to stay with it. And then Wednesday we're going to have I will have, I don't know if you all are doing it or not. I know some of you are. The Block Wednesday that Pat Sloan has. So I'll have that block to do on Wednesday. And then also, I mentioned last month when I got the foundation paper piece star book, this. Remember I cut it apart, or I had it cut apart, and I put it in this binder. I finally decided what I'm going to do. Although these plans can change, it's not in stone. I think what I want to do with the foundation paper piecing blocks is just assigning it. If you want to sew along with me, you can, or you can just watch me make the blocks. But I'm not going to do tutorials on FPP because I did that with the other project that we did, the heart. So I think it's too soon for me to be making a tutorial on that for those of you who probably have maybe already participated in it. With this particular one, I am going to randomly pick a block each week. And you, all of you who have this book and want to participate, you pick a block each week, a random block. And by that I mean, you know, if you're really wanting to do a certain block, you can kind of mark it and go to it. I'll let you cheat. But I'm thinking I'm just going to randomly pick a block, and that's what I'm going to do next week. I'm not looking at that because I don't know. This is going to close again. But that is Wednesday for me. I'm going to work on that. So if you want to participate, get your book out. Randomly pick a block and work on it as you will, as you need to, as you can. So the idea is to do at least 1 or 2 a month, and we'll see where we're at in a few months. See if we're starting to collect them up, or we're not making good progress, and then we may revisit it again. But for myself, I thought it would be fun just to randomly pick one. And that's the assignment for me for that month, or another one if I get time to do another one. And we'll just let it kind of play out by ear as far as what the final project will be. So get your FPP gear out and do one of those stars. The bird blocks. Some of you had sent me bird fabric, and I don't have one of those sitting here. I should have went and got one, shouldn't I? It's a quilt top called Bird Watching from AQS, okay, from the magazine. And I asked for some small pieces of bird-themed fabric. And you guys came through very well. I've got plenty now. Don't send me any more. And I'll try to use all that I can possibly use in that particular quilt, but it's already getting kind of big, so I think I can use all that I have gotten in, and that'll be it. But I hope I don't have any extra left over. If I do, I'll put it in my stash and it'll get used eventually. But I have probably 3 or 4 more blocks to make, and if I get to that this week, then I'll show you on Friday. And then if I get the amount done that I need to get done to be able to show you on Friday, then I will work on that quilt this weekend as well, and maybe get it put together row by row, put together that way by the following Friday. We'll see. That's my plan. And then I do have Happy Days down for Thursday as usual to work an hour on it. And this week I will definitely be back to doing applique on those blocks for month 4. I will feel really good if I get one of those blocks even worked on. I'm not even promising myself I'm going to finish a block that day, but I might get a good start on one. We'll see. And then through the weekend, I'm going to continue to work on the horse panel project until I get that done. These little stars they're sweet. They're very sweet, and they're easy to make. A little bit time consuming because you have to trim all those half square triangles, and I've got stacks and stacks of them over here. So because I have to make 12 of those stars. So let's take a look at this week's quilt from my planner. I'll put it up on the screen about right here so you can see a picture of it. And I'll read to you what it says about this quilt. Island Vibes, 78 by 78 by Kathy Bingham of Knoxville, Tennessee. Says an original design inspired by trips to Nantucket, Massachusetts. Island Vibes includes hand piecing, hand beading, hand embroidery, and hand applique. Most of the fabrics are cotton with silk thread applique. Kathy hand quilted it with original designs that varied in scale to complement the appliques. The quilt won the Best of Show award at a Mountain Quilt Fest in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and it was a blue ribbon winner at the Smoky Mountain Quilt Show in Knoxville, Tennessee. So you can see the Nantucket theme there. It actually says Nantucket in that center hexagon there. And all of the blocks are Nantucket themed based on things that you see in that area. It's so cool. There's a windmill. There's a ship's wheel there. A clipper ship. Whale tail. A snowy owl. An anchor with flowers, a lighthouse. It's really cool. Lots of intricate detail there, and a lot of hand stuff. Hand piecing, hand beading, hand embroidery, and hand applique. So that is an amazing piece of work, and no wonder it's a blue ribbon winner. So there we have it for this week to tickle our senses. Get us in the mood. So who's going to be, not what are we gonna, but who's gonna be the winner of the 10,000 subscriber giveaway? Let me get the stuff and we'll review it. Okay, we have 3 fat quarters that are sewing themed. We have a binding buddy that keeps your binding under control when you're sewing it onto your quilt. We have 4 bamboo coasters made out of bamboo. And we have a Go Anywhere bag kit with Adelaide fabric. We have a patchwork pumpkin trio kit using a interfacing method and a 1,000-piece quilt themed puzzle. So all of this will be packed nice and neat into a box and sent to, drum roll please, Sew North. So congratulations Sew North on winning the 10,000K giveaway. And I hope you enjoy the items that I put in the box for you, and I will send that out today to you if you give me your information in time. If you don't see this until later, I will get it out tomorrow for you. So I hope to hear from Sew North very soon, and we will just keep climbing our way on up until we get to 20,000 and have another big giveaway then, if not sooner. So Again, I want to thank all of you subscribers that have been with me from the beginning, the OGs, the old faithfuls. I love all of you and all you new people as well. Glad to have you aboard here on Lessons Learned, and I hope you will stick around and see what's in store and all the videos coming up. Videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So have a great week. I hope I've provided you some motivation to get going this week and get some things done at a minimum, so a little bit each day if you can. And I will see you back here on Wednesday for that blinging out bedazzled sweatshirt jacket video. So hang on tight, and we'll see you here on Wednesday, and then back again on Finish It Friday to see what you've gotten done this week. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.